of the 76ers are looking at the officials. It is not the officials that has cost them the lead. It has been their tentative play.
Jordan against Hawkins. Gets it up and in. 14-1 run. The 76ers led by 12 in this quarter. And the Bulls have taken command of the game by 1.
And what makes it worse is that there was a 4-minute period in which they did not score. They double-teamed Barkley. See, now the fans are saying shoot the ball, 5 on the shot clock.
Anderson. Barkley off the offensive board, couldn't control it. Michael double teamed. Williams. And Pippen for 3. Kept alive by Jordan.
Jordan wants a timeout.
And Chicago will call a timeout with 2:31 left in the game. The Chicago Bulls, the more aggressive team, have taken a 1-point lead. Chicago Bulls went 4 minutes of the fourth quarter without scoring and one time trailed by 12 points. But they've now scored 4 field goals in the quarter and have hit all 7 of their free throws.
They've gone to the man with the cape. Superman has emerged again. He's got 8 in the quarter to bring them to a 1-point advantage. The 76ers have to re-energize themselves. They've got to become the aggressors at the defensive end, and then they've got to move the ball, move the people much quicker at the offensive end. Looking for Jordan.
And they find it. Williams inside to Grant, who is fouled. Hersey Hawkins,
personal
third.
foul. Hersey Hawkins, his third personal foul.
You see the ball slipped inside from Scott Williams to Horace Grant, and that puts Grant on the line. You see the demeanor of Hersey Hawkins. He's got a scowl on his face, but he's got to translate that into something positive at the other end of the floor.
Big disparity at the free throw line in the game. Chicago now has hit 30 of 41. You see in this quarter they haven't missed in 8 chances.
The Sixers had a chance to make up some ground. They stopped being aggressors at the offensive end. They actually have stopped shooting the basketball, and they are working against the clock in almost every possession.
42 free throws in the game by Chicago, 22 by the 76ers.
The fans have been yelling, hey, just shoot the ball. Don't worry about all these plays. It's got to be quick. Here comes Barkley.
Barkley with a floater. Followed is goaltending. Credit the basket to Armin Gilliam. Williams called for the goaltend. And finally, the 76ers managed to score. Looks like Chicago wants a 20-second timeout.
Second timeout. Sixer bench is Molly Ewing. Philadelphia's own Tim Curry returns to town.
Horace Grant was shaken up on the play.
Well, you see Grant right there. It looks like he's bleeding a little bit. And he's saying, hey, see no evil. Something happened here.
He and Barkley were mixing it up.
Goes up right there, and the arm comes down, and he's in harm's way, and he bails out. Let's hope that it's nothing more than a cut. Maybe it's just a bloody nose.
Well, we called Barkley Thunder as we began the program today, and true to his nickname there. 1-point game. Bulls with the ball.
The Bulls know that they have not played well, but they find themselves in a position to win this ball game because of the inactivity of the 76ers, particularly at this end of the floor. They have not really forced them out of what they wanted to do.
Jordan around Barkley to lay it in. 33 for Michael.
In all of the close games of recent history for the 76ers, they have gone to Charles Barkley. He has answered, but here in the fourth quarter, no points for Barkley.
3 wins in a row for the 76ers, all with Barkley pulling it out for them. Gilliam muscling his way. An off-balance shot results in a Chicago foul.
Jordan gets Barkley out on the perimeter where he really doesn't have a chance. Could have actually gotten a call for a little hand check and a push on the way, but that tongue was out the whole time, so you knew bad news was on the way. Gilliam at the other end, an example of stagnant offense. They just threw the ball into one man, and he went one-on-one. He was able to get a call against Scott Williams.
It's his first free throw, and Lynham's club trying to hang in there and see if Charles Barkley can pull out another one.
Well, they're talking right here at center court, Barkley and Jordan, as we got another timeout.
And I think Horace Grant is still suffering the effects of that Barkley elbow he took a couple of plays ago. Chicago will have 2 timeouts remaining when we return to Philadelphia. 1:22 left in the game. Phil Jackson mapping strategy on the Bulls bench. Horace Grant, see the Band-Aid under his eye right in the center of the screen there. He looks like he's been in a prize fight. They tended to him all during the timeout. Looked like a cut man from a boxing match was hovering over him. He got the Band-Aid under the eye after being cut by the Barkley elbow. Let's go to Ahmad.
All right, Tom, it was a previous injury they had earlier, and he had it stitched up, but he got hit right in the same spot, opened it up, and just started to bleed a little bit. He's fine.
All right, and Grant still on the floor as Gilliam will try his second free throw. Jordan 33, Grant 18, Pippen 15 for the Bulls. Barkley leads the Sixers with 27. Gilliam 18, Hawkins 19, as Gilliam makes his total 19 for the game, and the Bulls lead is 1.
It has been an 11-point fourth quarter so far for these Philadelphia 76ers.
Off the high post, Williams hands to Jordan, and the double team. Scott Williams, offensive board.
A huge play by Scott Williams. They got Jordan to take a real tough shot against the clock on the baseline. All of the 76ers crashed. None of them had an idea where the basketball was, and Scott Williams comes out the other side with it. Tough shot for Jordan, who's made all of his tough shots down the stretch. Barkley and Ron Anderson trying to get the ball away from Scott Williams.
You know, Snapper, Scott Williams has come off the bench and gathered 6 key rebounds for the Bulls.
Plus, he used his size and his strength to take away any inside opportunities that Armand Gilliam might have gotten and was getting in the third quarter and hasn't gotten in the fourth.
58.9 seconds remaining as Williams cans 2, and it's 100-97.
Sixers got to move the ball, move themselves quickly, looking for Hersey Hawkins.
Barkley. Dawkins. Barkley on the offensive board. Got a shot away, but it won't count. It wouldn't go down for him. However, he is fouled.
Personal foul, Scott Williams, his 5th personal foul.
Barkley came across and got Johnny Dawkins a shot. He chased that shot and was able to get it, and he thought he was going to be able to get that one in without coming down and possibly get fouled for a three-point play. He's been strong on the line today. Let's see what happens.
Took a trip around the rim, but fell through for Barkley's first point in the fourth quarter. Jordan comes over and has a little word for him. Charles nods his head.
Jordan probably tells him, you know, Charles, you're supposed to miss this free throw.
He got 2. 1 point Chicago lead. Pippen against Anderson, nothing there. Underneath, Grant fumbled it, but Williams put it home. Grant was wide open under the basket, but tried to go up before he had caught the ball, and luckily for the Bulls, it came right to Scott Williams, who put it down.
That is what happens when you become too concerned about Michael Jordan. The reaction from Scott Williams is elation.
And the 76ers have taken their final full timeout. They have a 20 remaining. It gives us a chance to look at today's Miller Genuine Draft play of the game, at least to this point. And as you might imagine, it involves the superstar, Michael Jordan, matched up here against Charles Barkley.
Strong, penetrating drive. Jordan manufactures a shot on the way to the hoop, and that gave him a three-point advantage, which looks like it's enough cushion for them to win this ball game. The Sixers got 24.3 seconds left. They've got to come down and give themselves two opportunities to tie the ball game up. So they've got to get a ball in the air very quickly. If you're Chicago, possession is everything.
In recognition of that play, Miller Genuine Draft will donate $1,000 to the Thurgood Marshall Scholarship Fund. And don't forget, coming up next, the Lakers hosting the Pistons as Magic Johnson joins Marv and Mike for the call of the game. Detroit and the Lakers coming up next here on NBC.
This is perhaps a statement about the season for the 76ers so far. They have had chances to put their opponents away and have not, and tentative play in the fourth quarter certainly cost them a golden chance against the Bulls, who did not have command of their game. Pippen didn't have a strong game. They were able to keep Jordan under control through three quarters. He busted loose in the final quarter when they really needed him. Charles Barkley was not able to score until late in the fourth quarter, and now they find themselves down by 3.
If you're thinking about three-point shooting, the Sixers have hit 3 of 6 today. In fact, Percy Hawkins is 3 of 4 from the three-point arc.
If you're Chicago, you foul. You force them to take a 2-point field goal, but you don't let them have a 3.
Here's Charles Barkley launching a 3. And Jordan high for the rebound. Barkley fouls it. 17.3 on the clock.
Personal foul, Charles Barkley, his third personal foul. Michael Jordan.
Barkley had plenty of time, and he thought he had that one in, but it spooned out, and there was Jordan to beat Hersey Hawkins to the ball. The instincts of Barkley, right, you've got to stop the clock. You can't allow them to run it out. Jordan back on the line.
It's been a good battle between Michael and Charles today. Michael with a slight edge in the individual stats.
76ers don't know they don't really have a full timeout. They've got to get the ball and push it quickly to the other end of the floor. That's what Jim Lyman's telling them. Hey, Jordan missed one. Let's get the ball and go the other end.
And the lead is 4. Dawkins in a foot race. Anderson from long range. Great with a rebound. And that'll do it. Paxson just holds the ball as the game comes to an end. The Chicago Bulls trailing by 12 in the fourth quarter, going 4 minutes without scoring a point, come roaring from behind to beat the Philadelphia 76ers 103-99 behind the play of Michael Jordan. So once again, final score, the Bulls 103, the 76ers 99. Now stay tuned for the second half of today's NBA doubleheader. Isaiah Thomas leads the Detroit Pistons against Byron Scott and the Los Angeles Lakers. Magic Johnson will join Marv Albert and Mike Fratello for the call of the game. Now for Steve Jones and Ahmad Rashad, I'm Tom Hammond. This has been a presentation of the NBA on NBC.